Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to my channel. My name is Julie. Today on Yin Yoga and More, we continue the series of the 5 elements, and today's element of choice is the earth element. So, the earth element, when we're truly connected to the earth element, we feel a true sense of groundedness, a connection to the centre of ourselves and a connection to the centre of all things. In balance, we understand which experiences and activities truly nourish and sustain us, and which activities and experiences fulfill a temporary desire. When out of balance, we do not nurture or nourish ourselves, experience a sense of emptiness and an insatiable desire to fulfill a void. The earth element in Chinese medicine and Yin Yoga is represented by the stomach and the spleen. The earth element is a reservoir for food and water, and an earth element practice supports optimal functioning of both of these meridians, lengthening and nourishing connective tissue along the stomach, abdomen, groin and thighs. So in today's practice, you're going to need either a big cushion, 2 bed pillows or a bolster. We're going to be holding the positions for about 3 minutes, and we're going to use a combination of compression, twisting and stretching the front of the body. So the first pose we're going to come into is a variation of frog pose. So if you'd like to come onto your shins, and we're going to be making fists, but what I want you to do is bring your thumbs into the centre of your palms and then bring the fingers over the thumbs, and then you're going to place the thumbs either side of the navel, and we're going to be stretching over the front of the leg, bringing the head to the floor. Now if when you move into this pose your breathing starts to become constricted, that means the compression is a little bit too much for you, so please bring in a pillow. If you struggle to get your head down to the floor, please bring in a pillow. If it feels uncomfortable, ease out of the position and maybe relax the fists a little bit. So bring in the fists either side of the navel, and then slowly starting to make your way down. So this is compressing the internal organs, which means that once we remove the hands, fresh blood is going to flood the area, helping to restore and replenish. So breathe nice and deeply. So raise the head slightly, release the hands, placing the hands under the shoulders, and use it to slowly bring yourself back up into an upright position. So the next pose we're going to move into is reclined hero's pose, or the other name is saddle pose. So you need to move the legs out to the side as you sit your bottom between your legs. Now it may be helpful for you to just use the hands to manually move the calves out of the way to give you a little bit more space. So the bottom is sat between the legs and the heels are close to the hips. Now this is quite an intense pose, so this actually might be enough for you. If you would like to take it a little bit further, then you can take the hands behind you and you can stretch back. And you can do any form of this stretching back. You can come to your hands, use your hands to stretch back. If you wanted to take it a little bit further, you could come down onto your elbows. But if you want to take the pose to its full expression, you would bring in your pillow. So you want the pillow to still be supporting the back of the head. So depending on the length of the pillow depends on where the pillow would sit behind you. And then when you're ready, if you decide to do the full expression of a supported reclined hero's pose, you would start to slowly make your way down. Now, you can use your hands to support you as you come down onto the pillow, and then either use the hands to take hold of the heels or bring the hands onto the abdomen and the belly. So find your happy place, whether that's upright in hero's pose, whether it's slightly reclining back, whether you come down onto the elbows, or whether you come all the way down to a supported reclined hero's pose. But this is stretching the whole of the front of the body. Breathe nice and deeply. And the thighs. raise the head, and then use the elbows. If you can come all the way down, use the elbows to start to bring you up into a sitting position. And then push down as you raise the bottom, bringing the feet straight out in front, and then give them a shake. Okay, so the next pose we're moving into now is deer pose. And we're doing two forms of deer pose. The standard deer pose activates the liver and the gallbladder. But the liver and the gallbladder are still important functions within the digestive system. So we're going to do standard deer pose, and then we're going to do sleeping deer pose, which is very much for the stomach and the spleen. So what I want you to do is bring the right leg horizontal or in line with the front of the mat. So you've got ankle in line with knee, knee in line with hip. And then we're going to do the same with the left leg. Knee in line with hip, knee in line with ankle. And we're going to activate the feet to protect the knees. So come upright as best as you can, which obviously you're not level on the hips, but sit upright. And then you're going to take the hands behind you as you relax back. And then slowly, using your hands, come back up to a sitting position. And then you're going to twist at the waist so that you're facing the front of your mat. And then when you're ready, use your hands to slowly walk forward over the leg. And then you can stack hands palm on palm and bring the head down to the back of your hands. And this is sleeping deer. the head. Push up in the hands until you back up into a sitting position. Take the hands behind you as we windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then the next time you come over to the left, adjust your position so that your left leg is level with the top of the mat. Again, hip in line with knee, knee in line with ankle. Engage the foot. And then the right leg, hip in line with knee, knee in line with ankle. Sit up to the best of your ability. And then take the hands behind you and relax into the pose. And then slowly use your hands to come back up into an upright position. Twist at the waist so that you're facing straight over the front of your leg to the top of the mat, and then slowly start to walk your way down, coming over that leg, stacking palm on palm as you bring the forehead down into sleeping deer. Use your hands as you push up into an upright position. Take the hands behind you as we once again windshield wiper the knees from side to side. One more time. And then we're going to twist round and make our way down to the mat into a lying position for the last pose of Shavasana. So slowly make your way down to your mat. Before we move into Shavasana, just bring both knees into your chest and just give yourself a hug. And then stretch, taking the feet out to the outside of the mat, allowing them to fall out to the side. The arms out to the side with the palms facing up. Feel the earth beneath your body with all points of contact. And know that you are grounded, you're supported, and you're safe. Safe to let go. Safe to relax. And safe to just be.